Hey there. You know how when Valentine's Day is coming up soon, you can sometimes feel a little bit nervous, like, oh, what's going to happen this year for Valentine's? It got me thinking about romance and how important is romance in our lives? How important is romance in your life and in mine, and why? I think I've been an eternal romantic since I was a little girl and fell in love with the builder that was building the extension on our house. I think I was 4 years old and I called him Creamy because he wore this cream colored sweater. And I went and picked all the conkers from the horse chestnut tree and made a little pile of them. And that was my love offering to Creamy. And I remember how I would feel this flutter in my tummy, when I would see him. And I was 4. So I was like, why would you feel these things at such a young age? I think that romance really brings us into this sense of intimacy with others. Now, of course, we think initially of romantic, personal intimacy with a beloved, and the sensuality that goes along with that, and the sexuality that goes along with that. And of course, that is absolutely divine. But there's so many other ways to find romance in life. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, let's think about it. I feel really romantic when I'm out in nature and I'm just falling in love with the trees and the streams and the birds and the snow, or the new spring life that's coming forth. I feel a tremendous intimacy and romantic sense when I'm writing. And yes, I often write romantic poetry, but it's not just then that I feel it. It's just when I'm in that flow of creativity, playing the piano or writing or singing or something, I can feel this romantic, intimate connection to life. And I think that's really why we love romance most of all, is because it really brings us into the presence of life itself in a very embodied way, because it tends to be that we're feeling things, right? We're feeling through the senses. We're smelling, tasting, seeing, touching, hearing. And all these things can bring us into a great sense of romance. I think the ultimate, I don't know if I could say the word goal, or the experience that I love, is when I really feel intimacy with all things, with all beings, with the wildlife, with humanity, with the stars and the sun and the moon and the earth, and with myself. Let's not leave ourselves out of this equation. You can have romance with yourself. Romance brings us into our heart. I feel like the heart is probably the most central element of our experience of our energy. That is the true self. The true self. Of course, we have a mind, we have a body, but when we feel with the heart, this is when we get that great sense of unity, of union with one other or all others. So I invite you to think about romance in your own life as we come up towards this particular day that has been created, Valentine's Day, whether it means anything to you or not, just to think, how can I cultivate romance in my life? Is it worth cultivating? Does it give me a sense of aliveness? I think that's really key, that sense of true aliveness. I am here, I am alive, and I am excited and passionate and grateful and joyful to be here on this planet at this time, feeling this amazing feeling of connection. So that's my little message for you today. I hope it sparks something in you, maybe a poem or two, maybe just a wonderful time with your beloved. There's nothing like being with the beloved, yeah? And the beloved shows up in all forms, in all ways. Much love to you. Talk to you soon. Bye.